You will never sing that. Champions of Europe, you will never sing that. You will never sing that. You will never sing that. Champions of Europe, you will never sing that. You will never sing that. You will never sing that. Champions of Europe, you will never sing that. Okay, let me stop taking a piss. Let me stop taking a piss and let's just talk about this game. Let's talk about this game of football. Let's talk about Arsenal versus PSG. My goodness. First, let's start with Arsenal. Let's start with Arsenal because I'm here. I'm sure this is the reason why you guys are here. Arsenal Football Club. Mikel Arteta. Kudos. Kudos to you, my brother. Kudos to you. You have done everything in your power to make this team good enough, to make this team great enough to get to this point where they are challenging for the Champions League final. We have to say that. And that has to be the first things first. It is absolutely amazing on what they did today. They fought. They took the best team in Europe. They took the best team in Europe, 120 minutes, 120 minutes and did not lose. We have to give them credit for that. That has to be the first thing that we say. Credit to you. Credit to you. Last year, they were in the semifinals. They were in the semifinals and they did not get through. This year, they came to the finals, got through and won and lost. Who knows what happens next year? Because what we have seen is the progression upon progression upon progression. And that has been impressive to me. That right there has been impressive. It's something that virtually does not happen in this linear format. But one thing we know for a fact, that Mikel Arteta, someone of his nous, someone of his brilliance, someone that understands what it means to get the final details right, has absolutely put this team in such a good position that I would not be shocked if I see Arsenal here next year. If I see Arsenal here next year in the Champions League final, I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked because that is how good that they are. That is how good that they are. Now let's start talking about their whole team. David Raya, flipping hell. Flipping hell. What a human being that guy is. What a player, what a footballer that man is. He has truly revolutionized what Arsenal does in the goalkeeping position. They could have lost this situation so bad today. That opportunity that they got, Barcola got in the back end, that opportunity that they got in the back end truly would have absolutely put everything above it. But he understands how to come up in the big moments, saving Arsenal's behind. You look at the defense. You look at the defense, Arsenal's defense. Gabriel and flipping Saliba. Magnificent. PSG could not figure out anything to do to win this game with those two there. By the way, before we go on, let's just listen to them win the league, to them win the cup.
8 long years. The club that wanted it most has
It's
won
amazing.
it again. This was the PSG vision.
It is just remarkable. Marquinhos has absolutely risen. He has raised the Champions League final, the Champions League trophy twice in 2 years. It is absolutely amazing. It is truly remarkable. This is the creme de la creme, like he said. This is one thing that they have always wanted. And now they have gone back to back with it. Tell me that Dembélé is not going to win the Ballon d'Or. Tell me that Dembélé is not going to win the Ballon d'Or after this special moment, after this special come on. Okay, let's get back to Arsenal before we talk about PSG. Declan Rice was everywhere. Credit to Declan. Trossard, Beautiful. Luis Campos. Look at Luis Campos. Look at Luis Campos. Magnificent. This is what a football club is. In fact, flip Arsenal. I'm going to move Arsenal to the side. Let's talk about PSG. Let's talk about PSG. Luis flipping Enrique. Back-to-back Champions League winner. Luis Enrique, back-to-back Champions League winner. My goodness. Can we all understand who the best manager is in the world right now? It is truly remarkable what we watched today. The entire PSG team played football from start to finish. From start to finish. The goalkeeper was maybe the one that was a little bit shaky. But what this guy has been able to do is remarkable. Luis Enrique came to PSG with Luis Campos. I need you guys to understand this. Let me move these headphones. And I turn on the AC because I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. Luis Enrique came into PSG with Luis Campos. Those two names are crucial to this situation. They came into PSG with Luis Campos, and with what they have been able to do, with what they have been able to do, is rebuild, is revamp, is redo. Look at Kimpembe. Kimpembe. Maestro Kimpembe. 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 It is amazing what they have been able to do. But I literally say this. I literally say this, and I will say this so many times else. If you have a good coach, it's an absolute must. You need a director of football that has the same vision. It's crystal clear. You need a director of football that has the same vision. Because Luis Campos, listen to what I'm saying, bro. I'm spitting bars here. You guys need to lock in. Luis Campos came into, look at them hugging each other. He came into PSG and he revamped every single thing. He understood, PSG is a club that absolutely wanted to get the superstars. He didn't want to get the superstars upon superstars, but he realized that is not how you build a team. This is a team of single-minded persons. It's not a team. It's a collection of superstars. And that is not how you win a Champions League. I will speak about Kylian Mbappe now. Kylian Mbappe, 2 years ago, left Paris Saint-Germain to go to Real Madrid. By the way, the year before he left Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid raised the trophy and won the Champions League. But remember that clip of Luis Enrique talking to Mbappe in the room alone and telling him about how great Michael Jordan was because he started the defense. He started the fight. He was the most demanding on his players. Therefore, it rose them to excellence. That picture, that video, that clip is so detrimental to Mbappe right now that it's making me look at Mbappe a different way. Because he left PSG and went to Real Madrid. He went to Real Madrid, PSG at that moment, because Luis Enrique was begging, was asking him. He was saying, start the press from the front. Start the press from the front. If you run the most, every other single person will run after you because you're the best player on the team. But Kylian Mbappe did not want to do that. Kylian Mbappe allegedly was on his high horse. Kylian Mbappe was the best player, so he doesn't need to run. He only runs when it's an attacking situation. But what we saw today, what we saw after that was they brought in Dembélé. They brought in Dembélé. And as they brought in Dembélé, Dembélé absolutely locked in. He locked into what Luis Enrique has to say. Before we go on, let's listen to what Luis Enrique has to say. It is amazing. I'm not hearing what he's saying. Okay, I can't hear what he's saying. So let's get back to it. It has been impressive, absolutely impressive on what this man has been able to do. Because he got Dembele in, and the moment he got Dembele in, it was locked in from the beginning. Bear in mind, this was Dembele that came from Barcelona, that his ankles, his legs, his hamstrings were all built with glass. He came in and he kept on running. He kept on running. He kept on running. You would think that this man is a runaway slave because he kept on running. There was no stopping him. And guess what? Because of his sacrifice, the team bonded together. They bonded together and they became absolutely unbreakable. They became resilient. They became every single thing that he wanted in a team. And look at this team. Back-to-back Champions League finals. Back-to-back Champions League winners. Back-to-back. Tell me that that's not impressive. Tell me that that's not impressive. And then talking about flipping Ousmane Dembélé, the reigning, defending Ballon d'Or winner. He was one person that every single person understood when it comes to Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, who would be the next generation to give us the dominating situation. Ousmane Dembélé is 29 years of age. Kylian Mbappe is 25 years of age. Ousmane Dembélé is running harder now than he has ever done. This game, Ousmane Dembélé had the most joint shots, 4 in a Champions League final. He has scored in this Champions League final. I believe he scored in last Champions League final. Come on. And when we are looking at his whole season, this season, you're looking at 21 goals, 12 assists, over 44. Oh my God. Over 44 goal involvement. Tell me another better player right now. Well, Harry Kane. But what this man has been able to achieve, if he goes on to win the World Cup with France, which he can, he is going to win back-to-back Ballon d'Or trophies. And there's no arguing about it. Because this season, he has won the Ligue 1. He has won the club, the Champions League. He is going to the Champions League final. And he has won that. And now he's going to the World Cup. And he could win that. This is who I'm telling you about. Ousmane Dembélé. But he was not even the best player on the pitch today. Because the best player on the pitch was a 5'6" midfielder, hailing from the back ends of Portugal. His name is Vitinha. My God, Vitinha has been, look at his flipping heat map. I can't show you this right now because I'm doing it on off the cuff. Look at his heat map. This man is everywhere. He is everywhere. My goodness. He had joint with Dembele, joint shots in this game. He had the most touches with 162 touches in the Champions League finals. He played 105 minutes. My goodness. Accurate passes, he had 94%. Over 141 accurate passes to attempted 120. He is magnificent. He is absolutely brilliant. And I can go on and on and on and on talking about this particular team. But let's talk about the moments. Let's give you guys the moments of this game that should have been better than what we saw. It should have been better than what we saw. Arsenal had chances and scored in the 5th minute of the Champions League final. And this is where things get wicked. Because Arsenal decided, okay, we are going to play in the way we want to play. And that is sit back. Sit back and wait. Sit back and defend. Sit back and make sure that Arsenal do not, or PSG, do not defeat us. And I said it multiple times. The Arsenal's weakness is in the flanks. And the moment a brilliant move comes from the flanks, Arsenal absolutely disintegrate. I feel so bad for Mosquera. Because he was the man. He was the one that gave the penalty away. But the one person that I give credit to, but I also feel bad for, is Gabriel'S. Because Gabriel'S has been the one person from start to finish that has been the rock that Arsenal was built on. He has been the rock that Arsenal was built on. He has been everything to Arsenal this season. And as everybody talk about Declan Rice, this, Declan Rice, that, he has not been as important as Gabriel'S, in my opinion. In my flipping opinion. We have to give him credit. Even if he missed the final at the last end. Even if he missed the finals. He missed the last penalty to give PSG the final. We have to give him credit. He has to get credit for the brilliant job that he has done this season. Brilliant job. But guess what? Let it all work out. Let it all work out. I know you guys are coming here, Keita, saying champions of Europe, you will never sing that. You really think that I am an Arsenal supporter? I am just a supporter of football. And did I want Arsenal to win it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's for the benefit of football. If Arsenal had gone back-to-back in the biggest trophies in the year, we would never hear the last of it. We would not hear the last of it. And that's the reason why, personally, this is good news for me. I just have to say, because there are talking points in every game that we cover here on Pillar Sports, whether we are for or we are against. And Gabriel is one of them. He has been absolutely brilliant. He missed it, I understand, but my goodness, that idea, Marquinhos running directly to Gabriel'S, holding him, giving him courage, encouragement, says, don't worry about it. It happens. That right there is leadership. Because he could have run out to his team, celebrating and enjoying his flipping life. But he realized, this is the man that I'm going to be playing against or playing with in the World Cup. We need to get his flipping mindset back. And he started the work right there on the pitch. Right there on the pitch. But can we also talk about how Martin Odegaard, Martin No Shoulder Guard, got substituted in the 67th minute. He got substituted in the 67th minute. You are the captain of Arsenal Football Club and you did not finish the game 90 minutes. I don't understand how hard or how bad it has to be. Eze came on and I felt Eze could have done more. Am I the only one that thinks this? Because Eze came on and I really felt that Eze could have done more if he started. And I'm not here to beat on Martin No Shoulder Guard. But my goodness, as a captain of your team, if you are not gassed, if you are not running on flipping one leg, you should not be coming off a Champions League final game. You should be so fired up. You should be the person that your team looks towards to make sure that they win this game. But my goodness, he did not do that. Bukayo Saka today too was no show. He had an opportunity. He took on Nuno Mendes. He beat Nuno Mendes one time. One time this entire 120 minutes. He beat Nuno Mendes one time. And of course, Sovanov saved it. And the rest of it, he was a no-show. He was doing more of a defensive duty than he was doing attacking. But that right there is absolutely about the manager. But guys, let's listen to what Vitinha has to say. Because, come on now, we bring it to you guys every time.
Make back-to-back like this, I think we never thought, but we still worked, and we thought match by match. And the truth is, I think we deserved it. It wasn't in penalties, but if you see the game, I think we were the best team on the pitch.
I was watching the game, speaking to the guys, and you control the
Absolutely.
game in the first half, but you didn't
They were the best team on the pitch.
But you at the start of the second half, I said to Big Meeks, I said, you had a big problem for Arsenal. You started running, the pace of the game stepped up, and you were running through midfield. I thought you were absolutely outstanding and well deserving of the man of the match award.
Thank you. I'd have to talk about the team. I did a good match, but like everyone, so I'm really, really happy and thankful for this. But it's really the team. And like you said, they were really close. It was difficult to get in. Most of the passes were lateral.
It was absolutely difficult. You could understand how difficult it was for them to be able to do it. Because you had literally 6 on the back, 4 in the front. It was so hard to break down.
Space between the lines to go.
What was the message from the manager at half-time?
To not lose the patience. We know that they play one specific way.
That's a manager right there. Do not lose the patience. Do not lose the patience.
To everything, to make everything, to the corners, the faults, the goal kick, everything. I'm not criticizing, it's their strategy, but it's easy to fall on that, and I think we didn't. And glad that we got the penalty, and I think we controlled the game.
I don't even have a question, but you are sensational. Your football IQ, your first touch, your awareness on the pitch is just
Man, they're glazing Vitinha. You can see how uncomfortable this man can be.
You come to PSG and your game just gone to a different level. So, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. That's life. That's life. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not, but you have to take advantage of it.
Wow.
I would give an arm and a leg for Vitinha to play for Manchester United. I would give an arm and a leg. An arm and a flipping leg for Vitinha to play for Manchester United. Deactivated says, you will never sing that. Champions of Europe, you will never sing that. Bro, why do they think that I am an Arsenal fan? Why would you think that I am an Arsenal fan? Easy, what's good, Easy?
We will be okay because of Enrique.
Yeah, I think the main character of this team, and he deserves all of this, not just from the incredible coach it is, but most of all the person he is.
Why would they think that I am an Arsenal fan? Don't get it twisted.
By him, and I think he's the main character of this team. But
Absolutely. See, now that's the key thing right there. That's the key thing.
Nowadays, I think we proved it many times, but I think you can see it. There's a lot of competitive. It's very difficult to play. So if you don't have 11 players that want the same thing in attack and defense, it's difficult.
You know what I like the most? Obviously, we can talk about what you do on and off the ball.
I need you guys to understand what he said. He said he is the main character, and he's not saying Vitinha is the main character. He's saying the coach, Luis Enrique, is the main character. I've been telling Manchester United fans this thing so many times. I said, stop making the coach. Stop making the players the main character. The coach should be the most important signing that you get. The coach should be the most important person that you get in the team. And that is what they showed. They keep on showing it. Luis Enrique, United should have gone in and literally put a blank flipping check for those two, Luis Campos and Luis Enrique.
Vitinha.
Vitinha.
And for us, it's pleasure. We move, we play, we have the ball. I think everyone that likes football wants to play like this and enjoy to play like this. So to play like this and on top of the cake have this, it's unbelievable.
And finally,
Quickly, how do you say your name? Oh, Obatil.
It's Vitinha.
Vitinha.
he's gotta go. He's gotta go.
Gotta go.
Let him go. He's gotta go.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Well done. Congratulations.
Don't forget your award. Wow.
We have another big guest coming in. Yanis, come on in. What's going on?
Oh my goodness. So let's get back to it. It's an amazing thing that we have watched today. It's truly amazing. I need you guys to understand this. Man United should be pushing for the best in class. And everything I watch with my eyes, everything I watch in football is always to see how I can better my team. And I know I don't have the power to change anything, but my goodness, we should look at PSG and understand what football is. We should look at PSG and understand how we should be playing football. We should look at PSG and understand how a team should be run from Luis Campos to the final person in Luis Enrique. Arsenal, well done. PSG, well done. PSG are champions of flipping Europe again. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the follow button, because we have a lot more to give you guys down here as we go on. So make sure you guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, as we are going to be reviewing this game a little bit in more details, because today we were in and out talking about this, talking about that, talking about that. I hope you guys were entertained and you loved what we did. We are going to also be watching Game 7 of the NBA Western Conference Finals against San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys heave up. Enjoy your Saturday. Peace.